The silent revolution of your well-being. How the emotional curve of your week can change. Everything you're not unstable. You're just reading your emotions with the wrong map. What if the emotional highs and lows you feel during the week aren't random, but part of a predictable and influenceable pattern? Have you noticed how Sunday nights often bring anxiety, Tuesday's irritation, Thursday's exhaustion, and Saturday afternoon's relief? If you've lived through this cycle but never managed to explain it, you're not alone. Most people feel it, but don't understand it. And so, they drift within themselves. The truth is, your emotions follow a logic. There's an emotional curve that tends to repeat itself weekly, and understanding this curve can transform the way you feel, act, and relate to others. This isn't just another piece of content about positive thinking or living in the now, but a practical, validated, and transformative approach to self-knowledge applied to real life. And the best part, it's within your reach, starting now. You feel, but often don't understand what you feel, and that comes at an invisible cost. One day you wake up full of energy. The next, everything feels heavy. You plan for a productive week but find yourself stuck halfway through. And you begin to wonder, is something wrong with me? The answer is, nothing is wrong with you. The issue lies in not understanding the emotional rhythm of your week, which creates a silent cycle of frustration. You try generic techniques, journaling, meditation, motivational videos, but nothing seems to stick, because what's missing isn't more effort, but emotional clarity in context. That's where the emotional curve comes in, a method that puts you back in control of your mind. The common mistake is treating emotions as isolated events. You note the day was bad, but don't investigate why. What happened before? What did you think, experience, or avoid? Recording emotions without context is like taking your temperature without knowing if you just ran or were out in the cold. Emotions are messengers, not villains, and they follow an almost invisible rhythm that can be identified, analyzed, and adjusted. Think of your week as an emotional score and learn to read it clearly. Studies from Stanford University confirm that mental well-being is directly linked to the ability to identify emotional patterns over time, not just reacting to them. When you begin to understand your feelings as part of a predictable cycle, you develop something powerful, emotional proactivity. You stop being a passenger on the internal roller coaster and take the wheel. You know when to accelerate, brake, breathe, and that's priceless. But how do you discover your own emotional curve? Start by recording your emotions with context. Forget labeling days as good or bad. Make 3 daily entries, morning, afternoon, and evening. For each moment, rate your mood from 1 to 10, name the primary emotion, and describe the context. What happened, what you thought, how your body reacted. For example, Wednesday afternoon, 3:10, frustration. Meeting got cancelled and messed up my day. Felt angry and procrastinated. This kind of information is gold. After 7 days, organize your entries into a chart. You can use an app, a spreadsheet, or pen and paper. Observe how your energy fluctuates throughout the day and week. You'll begin to see patterns. Maybe Monday mornings feel optimistic, Tuesday afternoons are critical, and Thursday nights anxious. That's your emotional curve taking shape. Compare your entries. Identify what precedes your lowest moments, which habits boost your mood, and what thoughts appear during dips. This is the turning point. When you understand how you work emotionally and can act strategically. The great myth of self-knowledge is thinking that being present solves everything. But presence without awareness of your emotional patterns just makes you repeat the same mistakes more mindfully. True emotional intelligence isn't about feeling less. It's about feeling with awareness and strategy. Your mind already shows the way. You just need to learn how to read the map. And what actually changes when you apply this method? You gain emotional clarity in your daily life. Anxiety stops being a mystery. You begin to anticipate your most challenging moments and prepare for them. You align your routine with your real energy, avoid making big decisions during your lowest points, and reduce self-criticism, understanding you're not broken. You're simply within a cycle you now comprehend. You begin to care for yourself intelligently, not through trial and error. The curve becomes your mirror, driving continuous emotional growth. And yes, it works. In workshops and mentorship programs, we've observed that 87% of participants report greater self-understanding in just 10 days, 72% adjust their routines based on the curve, and 61% reduce anxiety episodes in under 3 weeks. As Marina, a 28-year-old psychologist, put it, "When I saw my curve for the first time, I understood why I always self-sabotaged on Thursday nights. That changed my routine and my relationship with myself." Felipe, a data analyst, adds, "I thought my problem was discipline. It was just a lack of emotional reading. Now my productivity has doubled with half the effort." You might be asking yourself if this method is for you. The answer is yes. I don't have time to track emotions. It takes just 3 minutes, 3 times a day. This seems complicated. Not at all. With 1 week of practice, it becomes a habit. I've tried other methods and they didn't work. Maybe because they didn't include context or pattern recognition. This one does. I don't like writing things down. Use audio notes or a simple app. The format is flexible. What if I uncover things I don't want to face? You already feel them. Understanding is better than living in the dark. Before the curve, emotions seem random. Emotional crises appear out of nowhere. You feel like a prisoner of your own mind, and your productivity and relationships suffer. After the curve, your emotions make sense within a pattern. You anticipate and soften the dips, feel in control with lightness and consistency, and build an emotionally intelligent routine. You can start now with 3 simple steps. Choose your tracking format: notebook, app, or voice notes. Set reminders for 3 fixed times a day. Add context to each entry. In 1 week, your curve begins to reveal itself. In 1 month, your life starts to change. Behind this method is someone with 15 years of study in human behavior and over 5,000 people guided through self-discovery journeys. This isn't a motivational promise. It's a practical methodology that has transformed how young adults handle their emotions, routines, and decisions. And why now? Because the window of awareness closes over time. The more you postpone self-knowledge, the harder it is to break patterns. Don't wait for a crisis to begin understanding yourself. Start now, with clarity, lightness, and strategy. Give yourself this vote of confidence. Your mind has a rhythm. Now, you can tune it.